Hey there, guys. Here we are. We have a ginseng ficus I got from Walmart here in Daytona Beach. And you know, if you know what you're doing, it can make a pretty decent ficus bonsai. And no, it doesn't look like much now, but it had some rocks glued on the top. Some people say you shouldn't buy a plant with the rocks that are glued on the top. I think it's okay if you remove them, you know, relatively quickly, because you know, it will cause lack of oxygen and air if you leave them on there for too long. But this is the before of one that you would get from like a Walmart or something, or Walgreens, and this is one that I got about 3 months ago, and I've leaf pruned it and hard pruned it. At the top there you can see how much smaller the leaves are in comparison with this one. I find ficuses are really good. They handle it really well when you leaf prune them. But I'm not going to reprot this one or root prune it for a little while now. I'm just going to prune the top, let it grow back. I've already removed the rocks, and now I'm just going to fill in the bottom of it a little bit with some soil. You hear a lot of different people say what kind of soil you should use. I use Miracle-Gro moisture control potting soil mixed with pine bark, real fine pine chips, and that seems to work pretty well for me. You know, people say, well, you gotta use this, you gotta use that. I've known people that have just used sphagnum moss. I've known people that just use rocks. I don't think it really matters, as long as you keep it evenly watered and fertilize it when you're supposed to. So, also gonna want to take this little bottom tray off here, because they put them on there so the store doesn't have to worry about it getting watered, dehydrated so much, but it will eventually start to cause root rot, and you don't want that. So looked at this tree for quite a while, and think we're gonna make this the front. Just leave that the back. But how hard we're gonna prune it? You want to keep it not too short, but in proportion with the trunk and the height of the trunk. And these ginseng ficuses are really good for plants that you want to have a really big, thick trunk on, but you don't want to spend a ton of money. This is your plant. Trunks get really thick really quick, and they don't tend to hardly ever cost a lot of money. And a lot of these clippings that you got here, you can actually propagate. Clippings like this. You can just peel this leaf off, just stick it in some soil, 70% sand, 20% soil, and keep it evenly watered. Put a clear potato bag over it, something like that, and keep it pretty moist. Okay, so we pruned it back, and now we're going to leaf prune it. So you want to snip the leaf off, and you want to leave the stem, because that'll remind the tree. So you can see right there, leave the stem like that. So I'm going to hit stop. and at least prune this, and I'll show you the finished result.